Hi, I'm Dr. Ellis Orozco, and thanks for listening to this video podcast. I hope you have a great weekend. Hi, and thanks for listening in. I wanted to reflect on how to keep from bottling up all of your feelings. The Bible tells us that Jesus had all the feelings that we had, yet he was without sin. So he went through every single feeling that you will ever feel. And as you read his story, you find that at times he was sad, he was frustrated, sometimes he was angry or anxious or joyful. He experienced everything that we experience. And so how do we keep from bottling up all of those feelings? Because that can be one of the most damaging things to you emotionally and spiritually. A couple of things I want to encourage you to do. The first thing I want you to do is check in with your feelings daily. The scripture tells us that Jesus would get up very early while it was still dark, before anyone else was awake. He would go off to a lonely place to spend time with God, to check in with God. So I would encourage you every day to check in with your feelings, to take note. How am I feeling right now? Today. It's important for you, first of all, to identify those feelings. The second thing I would encourage you to do is communicate those feelings. Communicate them with God, and find someone in your life that you can communicate those feelings with. This is vitally important. My wife and I do this a lot at the end of the day. How was your day? How are you feeling? And so it gives us an opportunity to communicate to another human being exactly how we're feeling. The third thing I would encourage you to do is to accept your feelings. There is this tendency for us to be ashamed of our feelings, especially if we're experiencing some of the more negative feelings like sadness or anger or some kind of depression. The tendency is to try and cover that up or bottle those up because we feel ashamed. But I want you to accept your feelings, to understand that whatever it is that you're feeling, sad or angry or anxious, depressed, whatever it is, that those are your feelings and that it's okay to feel that way, that Jesus has felt those feelings as well, so he understands. And a surprising number of people in your life have experienced those exact same feelings. And the final thing is that I want you to own your feelings, to acknowledge that they are your feelings, and to one degree or another, you have chosen those feelings for this moment in your life. Here's a misunderstanding I think that we have because of the way we talk about our feelings. We'll say, well, that person made me angry, or this person made me sad. But the truth is, no one can make you anything. You choose to respond to outside stimuli in one way or another. The gospel writers tell us that Jesus was attacked from all directions. He had several groups that were after him: the Herodians, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the scribes. They were all coming at him, and he had all these opportunities to be angry or even vicious or mean, but he was always able to choose his response. No matter what the stimuli coming at him was, he was able to choose his response. You get to choose your feelings. You need to own them. They are your feelings. And so as you process through all of that with Jesus, I would encourage you to identify your feelings, communicate your feelings, accept your feelings as a natural part of life, and then to own those feelings. They're your feelings, and they're yours to do with what you will, for good or for bad. So I hope this reflection has been helpful to you, and I pray that God will bless you this weekend as you serve him. Have a great weekend.